And welcome back. So we have one of those more tricky questions today. I'm not going to give any hints at all to this question. As I've said all week, I would like you to remember this is a question designed for a 14-ish year old exam paper. It is a qualifying round to get you to the next round, which is much harder. We will do some of those questions another time. You are doing this slightly under time pressure of an exam, and as I may have said already, I'll say it again, non-calculator. So pause the video, give it a go. Give yourself no more than 5 minutes, please, and let's see if we can get to the answer. Okay, so how do we do? There's a few ways of doing this, but I definitely think there's something about this question that to me hints a certain way of doing it. So this is how I thought about it. Now, I like to sort of set out what I've got neatly, and it fits with sort of doing A-level maths type questions. So I've got from the question that when the escalator is moving, Thomas runs down in 15 seconds. So here represents the speed of the escalator, and here represents the time it takes him to run down the escalator. So I'm just setting up the four scenarios. Scenario 2 is he walks down, that takes him 30 seconds, and it's still the case the escalator is moving in line with his distance as well. Then we have the escalator not working. So if he runs down, that's going to take him 20 seconds. And all I'm trying to do here is represent the velocity as 0. So again, just a setup to help me think about it and explain the question to you better. And what am I trying to find out? I'm trying to find out that should he walk down the escalator when it's broken, how long would it take him? So this is obviously a speed, distance, time question. So there's temptation here is to say, well, let the distance be d. And it must be the case there, if we look at scenario 1, that the speed he goes down the escalator is the d divided by 15. But to me, all you're doing is setting yourself up for an awful lot of algebra. I think there's something about the numbers 15, 30, and 20 which stand out to me, which gives me an obvious number to actually just use numbers with instead. Remember, again, this is a multiple choice question. They don't care how you've got there. The point is to get to the right answer. So I'm going to change my approach slightly. I'm going to let the distance be 60, because 60 is a multiple of 20, 30, and 15. And that means I can get some easy maths along the way. So in scenario 1, speed equals distance over time, it must be the case that I do my 60 meters in 15 seconds, so I must be going at 15 meters per second. In scenario 3, i.e. the escalator isn't working, well, here speed equals distance over time, 60 over the 20 seconds it takes me means I'm running at 3 meters per second. It must be the case that the escalator is working at a speed of 1 meter per second, or adding 1 meter per second to your velocity. So let's go back to what we've got in the question. So in case 2, my speed is distance over time again, so that's 60 over the 30 seconds it takes me to do it. I must be going 2 meters per second. It's so much easier with numbers rather than doing it with lots of d's and fractions and doing some sort of fraction algebra. Anyway, point is, I know the escalator adds 1 meter per second to my speed. So if the speed I have when I'm walking on the escalator working is 2 meters per second, it must be the case that my walking speed is 1 meter per second. So really the question becomes, how long does it take me to walk 60 meters if I'm walking 1 meter per second? Well, of course, I don't really need to write this down, but time equals distance divided by speed. 60 over 1 is going to give me 60 seconds, and the answer to this question is E. Well done if you got that. I think these questions are quite tricky. People really struggle with these questions. I think it was made notably easier by having some relatively straightforward 15, 30, 20 numbers that I can play with. The algebra method does work. If you do that way, well done. But I think this method falls out quite neatly. Nice 5 questions this week. I'm going to do something slightly different next week. But as ever, leave some comments. We'll have some more of these types of questions coming up. And do like and subscribe to the video. Thanks all.